Hey guys, how's it going? We have a film to react to today. Their trailer just came out and it's Civil War, an A24 film. I saw it trending yesterday and a lot of people got talking about it, but it's A24, so a lot of people love their films. And I saw it was Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons, the iconic Hollywood couple. They're just great actors overall, and I kind of grew up with them. Jesse Plemons from Like Mike, Kirsten Dunst obviously from Spider-Man, but I'm not too familiar with this film. I mean, I'm assuming it's an action-packed film, but I don't know if it's science fiction, deals with science fiction elements or not. But let's just see what's in the trailer, you guys.
19 states have seceded. The United States Army ramps up activity. The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance. The three-term president assures the uprising.
Three-term president.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
I guess aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America.
We just try to stay out with what we see on the news. Seems like it's for the best.
You know, I just watched Leave the World Behind on Netflix. It kind of gives me the same vibe. A24, man.
Citizens of America.
Two-star flag.
Forces of Texas and California have suffered
Alex Garland, never heard of him.
at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President,
Those are pretty good 3 films right there.
American citizens.
So he said Western forces, Texas and California.
DC today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. What?
Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're
Jesse
American.
Plemons.
Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
I already know this is going to be a controversial movie.
Oh my god.
Depending on which side it leans on, in my opinion. So the Western forces, Texas and California, are going to be in war with DC or the Washington, or just whoever is in charge of Washington.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
A Lincoln Memorial and the monument.
Bless America.
This is definitely gonna pick up some controversy. Oh, Spring 24. That's actually really close. I mean, it's A24. I'm gonna give it a watch because this looks really action packed. But I'm dying to hear what people's opinions are about this because it's not gonna be apolitical. I know that for one. But yeah, this looks interesting. It's A24, so I should give it a shot. So Leave the World Behind just came out, and this sort of reminds me of that, right? So when like just there's no government, when like the government's getting attacked or there's like a cyber attack and people are just in mayhem, right? Society just fails at that moment. And this kind of reminds me that obviously this is going to be their modern take on how a civil war is done. And honestly, like I'm all for storytellers trying to just say their story and give like a illustration of what they think might happen or whatever is on their mind, right? Fictionalized or not. I think this is a really cool idea. Even though the Western forces being Texas and California as allies and attacking, I guess, DC. And there's going to be definitely some political kind of focused moments, right, with that Jesse Plemons instance. I want to see if it's going to play to one side or not. And if we're going to be honest, Hollywood is mostly leaning left. I would like to see more of the right takes, obviously not far right, but like a fair amount of like good balance, right? I know Leave the World Behind got a bad take of like, oh, what's bad for the world, or they just want to push an agenda. It was produced by the Obamas too. But I support like any storytellers telling their stories in whatever way they want, right? So, and I didn't really enjoy the film, but it's like, hey, it's their story to tell. You can watch it if you want, you can like it if you want, and I have the right to not like it, and I didn't. But I actually appreciate the vision that he had, as in Like, he just wanted to tell a story of like what could happen to society, what 3 phases US can actually be destroyed in as, not actually obviously, but in a fictional way of what could happen and what happened in that specific world that they created. But that wasn't a really good film. It reminded me of like a M. Night Shyamalan. I forget who directed that, but that wasn't a really good film in my opinion, Leave the World Behind. But this kind of reminds me of that. It's really kind of a teaser trailer. Didn't really give much of context, which I don't want it to. I want to go into it without any spoilers really, but obviously there's no Western forces of California and Texas being aligned right now. But I think having the idea of a civil war, I mean, hopefully it won't happen in the US, but obviously there's possibilities of things happening. We saw it not even 200 years ago, right? So when countries go to this specific aspect, I like seeing how it could be portrayed in any way. And so this is a take A24 is doing. I forget the director, Alex Garland. Let's see what he could do. Let me know if you've seen any of his other films. I haven't watched 28 Days Later, but I heard it was good. Ex Machina was a great thriller film about AI. That was like in 2014 with Alicia Vikander. I mean, that was a pretty good film, under the radar. Natalie Portman in Annihilation. That was a weird, trippy film. Both, I think all 3 actually revolving around science fiction, and this one more on a grounded level, but still with kind of some spectacle and action. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other content if you guys want, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.